Okay, so the ones that are in my English class, Jamie, Noah and Simon and Ewan.
Okay, ACTFAST started 10 years ago. Initially I did it part-time, so I was doing 1 day a week. And what I did was schools asked me to take young people to give them an alternative side to education. So what I did was I thought about how I can engage them, and I thought about using motorcycles as an incentive. And what motorcycles do is it extrinsically motivates the learners. So what that means is it gives them an idea of what they're interested in. Then I incentivize them by saying that they can maybe use the bikes or ride the bikes if they then engage in the class. Now what happens then is that they get used to behaving in the class and they get used to doing the work. So when you actually remove the motorcycles or the extrinsic motivation away, then what happens is they start realising, or they start behaving within the class, which is learned behaviour. So even though they haven't got that motivation to, of riding the bikes, they're actually behaving quite well in class, which means they're learning and engaged, which then makes them intrinsically motivated, which means that they want to be there, they want to learn because they're actually doing something that's going to benefit them.
Alternative education for me means making a difference, so listening, work out what the underlying problems as to why that young person's been excluded, and work on those to actually develop some employability skills, some social skills, life skills really.
Alternative provision means to me, I would suggest that a lot of things haven't worked in mainstream school. What can we do as an alternative? I don't think personally, I don't sound like a massive fan of mainstream, but some I aren't rather. I don't think they deal with the emotional intelligence of the children, the emotional regulation of the children, and they don't care about social skills. And I think these children need that to move forward in life. And I think at ACTFAST we create a safe, nurturing environment where they can enjoy and achieve and be happy.
So with the type of learners we have, so we've got several different areas where these guys are sent from. So one of them's school. So what happens is the school have these learners every day, and what they sometimes need is a break. So that allows the other learners to get on with their own work. So rather than sending them out into isolation, they'll send them to a place like this where we will look at their behaviour, look at the reasonings for their behaviour and try and work out how to best help them. I've got other learners that are on education healthcare plans. They come from special educational needs backgrounds, so they may be with us for 5 days a week. Now that means that we need to meet their requirements, so they might need social emotional health, welfare. There might just be behaviour issues where we need to look at why they're actually behaving in that manner and what's the triggers, and see if we can give them some coping mechanisms. And others are part-time here, so they might do 2 or 3 days here and 2 or 3 days in an alternative area. So we have a variety of learners which can be here for 1 day or can be here for 5 days. So Leah came to us 1 day a week. She's currently living with her sister. There's family issues at home, but she's moved in. So what we was asked to do was if we could take her for 1 day just to give her some sort of engagement. Now Leah has gone through a lot, however she's settled in very well and she's now doing 3 days a week. What we're looking at is how we can involve her, not just in the learning, but mentoring others. And what we've found is that she actually looks for learners that need some support, and she'll sit and she'll help them. Even though she's got her own issues and her own problems to deal with, she's quite willing to help others, which is a good asset and it's a good attribute to her. I also do extracurriculum, which involves PHSE, which talks about drugs, violence, knife crime, all the things that affects these guys and girls on a daily basis. And what happens is we put that in when needed. So what we decided to do was a bespoke curriculum, which has got standalone maths and English.
If you look at this, what's that? So it's a square, so you've got length and height. Okay, so that's what you need to draw to the side.
That's a soul
And then what's the width?
However, what I have introduced is motor vehicle technology, forest school, and within those activities, then what happens is we embed maths and English.
The children of Act Fast, I think we've had a busy day today. I think we've made a difference to every one of those pupils here today. They come in the morning, they're given food, given a drink, etc. They're welcomed into a happy environment. This is a better alternative education than none at all. Some of the children sat at home in the bedrooms not learning anything whatsoever, and in here, yeah.
So because the guys have engaged in the lessons, they've done maths and English this morning, what we've got this afternoon is several activities. So one activity is going to the bowling alley. They don't just go there for fun, what they do is they get taught how to bowl correctly, and there's that competitive streak in there. There's also mixing with public, so what happens is they've got to behave, not allowed to swear, they've got to be in a controlled environment to promote good behaviour, so that's why we take them. Another activity that we're looking at going to is the gym. Now I've got a few young people that want to join the army, so for them physical exercise is imperative, and they need to go to the gym, strengthen their muscles so that when they go for their training, at least they've got a good head start.
I love the team that I work with. I love coming to work to make a difference. That's the ultimate thing I want to do, make a difference with young people's lives. So
I wish there was more of Act Fast around, but there isn't.
Say to you gentlemen, thank you very much for behaving well. Thank you for your language.